Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, how to read data from the XML files in Java programming. Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. In Java programming, in order to read the data from the XML files, we have to use a library which by default comes in Java known as JAXP library. Okay. What is the full form of this library? You don't have to separately configure this library in your Java project, guys. When you when you create a Java project in Eclipse side, etc., by default in Java, like Java only, the Java API for XML processing. Okay. Java API for XML processing library will be automatically available with Java. Along with Java, JXP library will come. You don't have to externally download and configure your project with this library. It comes by default with the default Java library. Okay. Comes as default in Java. Okay. JAXP, Java API for XML processing, which is famous, guys. Most of the people use this kind of library for. There are other libraries also, guys. Okay. There are other libraries also, but this is the one library that most of the people use in Java programming for reading or parsing the data from the XML files. Okay, reading or parsing the data from the XML files. And in this JXP library, in this session, I'm going to show you how to use DOM parser. Okay, in JXP library to parse and read the XML files. Okay, there's something in JXP library, we have something known as DOM parser, using which we can read the data or parse the data from the XML files. Okay, by writing the Java code. So let's get started with the practical demonstration. Already the code is mentioned here, guys. I'll show this code later. Okay, this code I'm going to demonstrate in this session. Okay, so let's begin. For that, I'll switch to Eclipse ID, and here there's a package. Under the package, I'll create some random class. Let's say demo1 class or whatever the class name, some random name you give. Okay, here you need to use the predefined class and all those stuff from that DOM parser of the this JXP library of Java, which comes by default in Java. I don't have to do any additional configuration here. From JXP it will come. The name is document. Okay. So what is that I have to give here? Document builder factory. Okay. Document builder factory dot. You have to say new instance here. A new instance. You see what is the library from this this particular thing is coming from? JavaX XML parsers. Okay, this is nothing but JAPX library only. Okay, so fine. Like this, you have to say, and new instance will return you an object of the document builder factory. Here I'll write simply factory. I'll just type some name like factory for object reference, and the return type of this new instance is document builder factory will be declared to this. When I hover the mouse and say create local variable, automatically it will be added. Now take this factory object reference and call a method that is. There's a method here, new document builder. We have to create a builder, guys. From the factory, we have to create a builder. Okay, we have to say new document builder, and here it will ask you to handle. There is a possibility of checked exception here, like parser configuration exception may come. So either you can ignore the exception or you can surround with try catch block. In real time, you have to surround with try catch block, but here to make this code look simple and neat for you without any mistakes. Anyhow, I'm going to cover it. So I'm going to ignore this exception that is suggested by the possibility of the exception that is suggested by the Java compiler. Okay. So new document builder. Hover the mouse on this, it will return you document builder. Here I'll write builder as an object reference. As some name you have to give. You can give any name. I'll give builder here. Return type of this method will come here and declare to the builder. Okay. Now use the builder here. Copy the builder here and dot. What is the next one? Document builder dot. Okay. Parse. You have to use a method known as parse method. Parse method. Which file we have to parse? We have to parse the XML file. Okay. You have to parse the XML file. Where is XML file? Already I have created the XML file here, guys. I copy pasted on sample XML file. Okay. If you want to create an XML file from scratch, right click on the project, select new. Okay. Here, select file and just give some name like employees list dot XML or whatever the name you want to give, and the extension should be .xml, guys. Click on finish, and when you do that, an empty XML file will be created. If it comes by design, right, go to source here. The source, nothing is there. In that, copy some sample XML code. XML file will look something like this, guys. Okay, copy this code. Okay, copy this XML content and paste it here. Okay, so I'm not going to explain what is an XML and all. Okay, so you have to learn by yourself that thing. Okay, so XML content, some sample XML I have taken here. As you can see, the XML content here, some declaration of the XML is there here, and document declaration of the XML is there here. Then there is a root element known as root node known as employees. Under that, a list of employees are there. Here only 2 employees are there. I can add more employees also. So I'll add one more employee here. Like I'll just say this ID as 3, and I'll give my name Arun, and here name as Motori. Okay, I'll just simply give senior project lead. Okay, like this I'll give some details, guys. Okay, another employee I'll add. Just add the employee as ID 4, and here I'll give Varun. Let's say Dawat. You can keep on, you see, XML is extensible markup language. You can extend it like anything. You can add any number of employees. Okay, here. Okay. So, and it's all these tags are user defined tags. If you don't want to represent employees, if you want to list the represent the list of food items in a hotel, okay, menu items, and item 1, item 2, item 3, like that you can create it. So it's up to you. How you want to design this XML is up to you. It looks similar to the HTML, but it's not HTML. These are all these tags are user defined tags, and this XML can be used for transporting the data from one system to another system. Okay, so that's how XML can be used. And if there is a situation where you have to read the data from the XML file, if you have to get this ID, name, and position of a particular employee, and all these employees, okay, there may be multiple employees here. So here I'll just give test lead. Okay, senior test lead. Here I'll say test lead, otherwise, okay, test lead. And here I'll give one more employee, final employee. Existingly ordered 2 employees were there. I'm adding 3 more employees, guys. So ID 5 I'll give, and here Tarun Bhaskar I'll give. Here I'll give senior test engineer. Okay, like this I'll give different names, guys. Okay, different positions, different names, and different IDs I've given. So this particular XML file has a lot of data, guys. Okay, I'll delete this employees dot this file. I'll delete this file, and we now have an XML file with the name employees list.xml. From the scratch, how to create this XML file and how to add that content into the XML file I showed you. I'll keep it open, guys. I'll just move this demo file here. I'll just move this demo file to the right side so that we have the XML content on the left side, XML file content on the left side. And my requirement is to parse this XML content and get this data, that is IDs, names, and the positions of the employees from this. 5 employees are there. Each and every employee related details have to get. And also, guys, I want to get, I want to print this root tag name. Okay, root tag name followed by the details of this employees. Okay, details of each and every employee I want to get. Further, guys, we can use this JAXP in that DOM parser we can use. Okay, in the DOM parser we can use in JAXP, which comes by default in Java. Here parse, and here we have to say represent a file, guys. Okay, new file, and this should be double quotes. And what is the name of this file? XML file employees list, right? Employees list. Make sure that you don't give any spelling mistake or any mistake here. Employees list.xml. I gave the proper name, and here file need to be imported from java.util package. Control Shift O, automatically it will be imported java.io from file. If it is not, import option is not coming, this you press Control Shift O, it will be automatically imported from the Java library. And here again, guys, the same thing is ignore the exception, guys, ignore the exception. Okay, so like in real time you have to surround with try catch block. Here SAX exception, some kind of exception is coming, but in real time you have to implement try catch block, but here ignoring the exception here. And this parse method is going to return you the document, which is nothing but this XML document, guys. XML document, I'll write XML document is equal. The return type of this parse is document class in that XML parser. Okay, fine. So after that, these for representing the XML document. Okay, now XML document is now ready. This particular employees list.xml document is now ready and is provided to the library, okay, for reading the data from the XML file, for parsing the data from the XML files. Before you start reading or parsing the data from the XML files, first you have to normalize this XML. Why we have to normalize this XML document is that, if there are any mistakes in this XML document, like some closing tags are missing, or ending tags are missing, right? They will get resolved here. Okay, it will try to normalize that. So for that reason, we have to normalize it. Don't directly pass it. First, you normalize it. Okay, we have to say XML document dot. What is the method we have to use? Get document element dot normalize. Like this, you have to write. Okay, get document element dot normalize. Once you do this, right, the XML document will get normalized, and if any mistakes or errors in this XML content, right, will be normalized here in this particular line. After that, use the same XML document again. Say dot the same command, get document element. Okay, get document element. Put a semicolon here. Hover the mouse on this and say element is coming. Yes, element is coming. That is document element is coming. Document element is coming here. This is nothing. Document element is nothing but the root element, guys. Okay, it's nothing but the root element. Okay, the first. What is the first tag here? Employees. This document. If you say here XML document dot get document element, right? It will get you the root element. That is that's why I gave the name of the object reference as root element. Hover the mouse on this and say create local. Element will come, and simply write down system.out.println. I would like to print the name of this root element in the output console. In the output, I would like to retrieve this root element of this XML content and print it out. For that, I have to say root element dot get node name. Okay, name of the tag. What is the name of the tag here? Employees is the name of the tag. For that root node, what is the tag name is there? This get node name method will bring and print in the output console. With the print statements, we are printing that, guys. It will return in string format, and print statement will print it. You see, the root tag name, that is employees, is getting printed in the output console. This is one thing. And after that, guys, okay, after that, we are not done. We have to read the data from this employee records. Okay, all these 5 employee records, ID, name, position, I have to retrieve. How to do that? For doing that, guys, for doing that, we have to write XML document dot get another command I will use, get elements by tag name, get elements by tag name. Okay, get elements here directly you are getting the root element. Okay, but here get elements by tag name. Which tag name? Multiple elements I am getting. Why? Because there are multiple employee tags. Okay, these elements I want to retrieve. Employee tag. With employee tag, how many elements are there? 5 elements are there. They will be retrieved here. Okay, put the tag name, and here this will return you the node list, and here simply write nodes. Okay, and hover the mouse, the return type of the get elements will come here. Node list will come here. Now you can use a for loop, guys. For int I is equal to index is equal to 0, I less than the size of this nodes dot get length, and put a semicolon I plus plus. Okay, you don't have to by heart all these commands, guys. Okay, just practice 1 or 2 times, and whenever you need this kind of code in you can Google it out and you'll get this code. But understanding is very important, guys. Understanding, and if you can remember, that's very good. But if you cannot remember, right, at least try to understand this code, and should be able to answer this question at least at a high level for the interviewer, because everyone cannot remember all these classes and methods and of the JAXP library. Okay, so fine. Anyhow, int I is equal to 0, I less than nodes dot get of length, and here what I will do first is I'll just take this nodes dot. I have to get each and every node, individual node I have to get based on the index. How to get that? For that, nodes dot, there's something known as item. In that, I have to give the index. I is the index. Okay, in the first iteration, index 0 will be there, so node 1 will be retrieved, and this is returning you what node. Okay, here I'll write node. 1 by 1 node, we are iterating. In this for loop, we are iterating 1 by 1 node. Now, I'll write down like this. If this particular node dot, okay, there's something like get node type, just find it out, get node type double equals to node dot, this node class dot what is that? Element or element node. If it is an element node, okay, if this particular node retrieved is an element node, in that case, what you have to do? If that is an element node, then you have to convert this node, typecast this node into the element node. Okay, how to typecast this node into an element? Just typecast this with the element class, and here write down element is equal to hover the mouse on this element and element return type will come. You're converting this node into an element if it is an element node. Okay, then use this element, guys. Use this element here. Element dot get elements by tag name. Get elements by tag name. Which tag name? Which values you want to bring? Here I want to bring one, but what is the tag name here? ID. You see a lot of IDs are there in each and every employee. In each and every iteration, every employee content will be taken. Under the employee, ID is there. Okay, I would like to get the value of that ID. Okay, only one ID will be there for every. Okay, every employee, only one ID will be there. That's the reason. Here, if I put a semicolon, right, there is a problem. If I put a semicolon here, there is a problem. Why? Because this will return you nodes list. I want to get only one value. I want to get only one value. So that's the reason I'll write item of 0. Item of 0. It will get you the first tag. Okay, with ID under the employee. First employee under this first employee node. Whatever the one first ID is there, even the element, because of this elements is there, we have to write it, guys. Otherwise, if you have a comment like get element by tag name is, we don't have to write item of 0, but because if it is items elements, that's why we have to write item of 0. Only one element will be there, but still we have to make this possible. To make this possible, you have to write item of 0. Now put a dot here, and now what you want to get for this particular tag name, what you want to get? You don't want to get the tag name, you want to get the content. Content you want to get in between the tags. What is the content is there? For that reason, if you want to get the tag name, there was a different command. If you want to get the tag name, get node name. If you remember, right, root tag name we have get retrieved, right? Get node name was the command. But to get the items between the tags, okay, to get the text between the tags, there's another command, guys. Let's find it out. Get text content. Whatever the text content that is there between that particular ID tags of that particular employee, that will be retrieved here. String, you can simply write string ID is equal to. Similarly, you can write string name is equal to. Here you see in the XML content, you see ID is there, name is there, position is there. Name, next one is the name, guys. Copy that name and here write down name is equal to element dot get elements by tag name. Here provide in double quotes, give that name. Again say dot item of 0. Simply say item of 0. Simply say item of 0 dot get text content. Put a semicolon here and again say string position. You say position is equal to element dot get elements by tag name. Here position I have to get which position, this position, whatever the value that is there. Software engineer, this kind of text between the position tags I want to get. So I have to give the tag name here. Dot item of 0 dot get text content. I have to say again. That's it. You have retrieved. I would like to print this ID name position in a single line. I would like to print. I don't want to print in multiple lines. ID. You can print in multiple lines if you want, but easiest way is like I just like to format like this and print. Okay. Here plus name, whatever I got. I'm separating by hyphen symbol and then printing. Okay. Position. That's it. Now this will. If I run this code, right? If I run this code, guys. Okay. If I run this code, this particular data in the XML data in the XML file will be retrieved and printed in the output console. Right click run as Java application. First root will be printed. Root element node will be printed, employees. And after that, you see one, ID1, name, position. ID2, name, position. ID3, name, position. ID4, name, position. ID5, name. Like that, how many records are there? You can bring out all the records. So guys, if you want to take a screenshot of this code, you can take a screenshot of this code, guys. Okay. Whatever the code I have written, if you want to practice, you can take the screenshot of this code. Okay. So take the screenshot of this code. Hope that you have taken the screenshot of this code so that you can practice in your machine. So, and also I'm also providing this code as part of the notes, guys. This whatever the code I demonstrated, right? I'm providing as part of this notes. Okay. Check the notes if you have not taken the screenshot. So with practical demonstration and theoretical explanation, I have answered this question, that is how to read the data from XML files in Java programming. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.